from working on courses and all this stuff I got going on. Late lunch and sitting here taking a break before I teach class for night tonight. Nice for what module 6 starts tonight. And I've been thinking about this all day. Hold on, I gotta make my puppy sit down, y'all. Hardy, sit. Oh, goodness, pugs. This crossed my mind today because it's something that I often have to deal with. Hey, Steph. Hey, sweetheart. I am someone who is ambitious. I'm driven. There's so much I want to accomplish. But one of the things I've learned is that rushing does not get anything done any faster. As a matter of fact, rushing, stressing is literally going to cause things to be delayed, because when you're rushing and you're pushing and you're pressing and you want it so bad and you're stressing and you're trying to make it all happen right now, guess what? You make choices that aren't made in peace. You are rushing things. Guess what? You're anxious. The energy's not right. The vibe is off. You can try to take shortcuts. You can try to be manipulated. Your ego can manipulate you to try to do things that you shouldn't do, trying to subconsciously make things happen. You can settle for things. You can compromise on things you shouldn't compromise on. You could be tolerating things that you shouldn't be tolerating. You could be going off in a whole other direction. Charlene, hey baby. And it'll be a totally like a distraction in a path you're not even supposed to be on, simply because you are rushing to create a result and you won't trust the timing of God. So guess what? You're manipulating, you're twisting things, you're coercing things, you're wrestling with things, you're trying to make it be a fit. I don't care if I'm talking about that woman, that man, that money choice, that business, the relationships with your family. Listen, slow down. Some of you have just gotten started. Some of you don't know how to sit your butt down and get still and slow down. Constantly rushing to get a result. Take it from Auntie. Auntie's getting older. You guys know I'm a grandma. One of the things I've observed as I'm getting a little older is that I'm more patient than I used to be. If something isn't flowing and it's not working like the way I thought it was going to work, I ease back. I'm like, well, God, what are you trying to show me here? Why, if it's not flowing and moving at the pace that I expected, I'm a lot more accepting and calm about it. Because why? I've learned to trust the timing of God. The timing of God, because when I am anxious and trying to make it happen, it never fails. The result is not what I want, or it's not long term, or it's not sustainable, or I've wasted time going around the world and back again and over here and back again, running myself ragged like a little crazy little rabbit. And in reality, just to end up at the same place of waiting on God anyway. So save yourself a bunch of stress, right? So I've learned through experience, I've learned wisdom through experience to slow down. And here's something I want you to understand. If you are being forced to wait on something, if something you feel like it should have been here a long time ago, Rebecca, the house, the car, the man, the wife, the babies, the whatever it is that you feel like you're waiting on, that or you thought it would already have been here by now, God gives you double for your trouble. If it delay is not denial, it's coming, but it's going to be even better than what you imagined. Or God is working on your spirit to get you to lay down and stop meddling and trying to make it happen the way you want it to happen because you're so fixated on it only coming this one way or happening this one way. But God is so much bigger than what you've had in mind. So it's not happening in this season or this way or this person or this route that you've had your mind fixed on. And because that's not working, you're frustrated, you're hurting, you're angry, right? You're sad, you feel defeated, you get hopeless at times, and then you'll double down on it. Ask God, God, if not this, then greater. If it's not this, then greater. If it's not this way, then greater. I know and I trust that God's will for me is true happiness. God's will for me is true abundance. God's will for me is bliss and joy and peace. So God is working everything out in your life, even now, even right this second, in the waiting and the hesitating, and it feels like it's procrastinating and it feels like it's not happening, but it is happening now. Now, this is the process of birthing your promises. But you've got to trust God, and maybe God's just got a slightly different dream, a slightly different way He's about to bring about, because sometimes we're dreaming too small. Sometimes we're dreaming a different direction. One thing I know from years of working with coaching clients, guys, is that it's really hard for people to see themselves. Me too. Me too. It's really hard for me to see myself. When I was in my 20s, people would stop me, be like, who are you? Oh my God, you just look like you're somebody. Who are you? In my 20s, are you a motivational speaker? Who are you? Are you, just stop me randomly. And I'm like, no. Like, it's easier for others to see who you are even before you can see who you are. God sees it from the beginning to the end. He knows everything. Guess what? You are greater than what you've had in mind. Your health, your wealth, your relationships, your purpose, your passions. We got the March course of the month for ALPU, Abundant Life Coaching, is going to be a purpose and passion course. Purpose, passion, and prosperity course. Make sure you guys get ready to sign up. It's going to be bomb.com. But it's greater. It's so much greater than what you've had in mind. My marriage is so much greater than what I had in mind. I see now why I waited. My businesses are so much greater than what I had in mind, right? Why? Because what I had in mind was short term. It was short sighted. It wasn't looking at the big picture of who I am and what I need to be fulfilled and the greater purpose and calling on my life. God sees it through to the end. We're so quick to want to create and fulfill our desires right now in this moment, not realizing these things change. And you might be looking at something superficial in the moment, and God's looking at the bigger picture. And He's protecting you from the right now satisfaction for the long-term benefit of your life. Slow down. It's going to be worth it. I promise it's going to be worth it. 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 And it's happening now. Trust the process. Give your worries and concerns today over to God. God, I lay it down. I lay it down. You didn't build me to carry this stress. You didn't build me to carry all this anxiety. You didn't build me to carry worry and strain. You built me to flow with ease and to trust you. At every stage and every step of my life, God, I trust you that your will for me is abundance and that you are walking me into this and unfolding destiny and abundance over my life, one step at a time, one day at a time, 1 minute at a time. Amen. Chef Shar says, not my will, but thy will, Abba. Not my will, but thy will. Guess why you can trust God's will over your own? Guess why? God's only will for you is to prosper you. God's only will for you is for you to be happy. It ain't no twisted egos and fears and craziness all mixed in with what you think you want. God's intentions towards you, His will towards you is pure. pure bliss, pure love, pure faith, pure peace, pure joy. Amen. All right, I just came on for a little inspirational vitamin, just a few minutes because I'm about to go back to work. All right, make sure you get in the Nice for What course. We continue tonight. I love you guys. Make sure you get the Rich Chick Energy course. That's almost wrapping up, but you can get in there now. Get that content 50% off with code WEALTHY. Make sure you stay on our email list. Don't unsubscribe from our email list because that's where all of our courses are rolling out. All the new stuff is coming at you. It's going to be amazing. Wake, Pray, Slay is coming back around for those of you who need to be creating inner peace, right? Amen. All right. I love you guys. Blessings in abundance. Make sure you click the link. 50% off the Work Masterclass right now, too. I think it's Glow Up 50. Something like that is the code. Or Healing. Healing is the code to get 50% off. All right. Takoi. Bye. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.